And for the next project, I need to take out my dash here and see if I can get a mouse nest out of my ductwork. So, I might have to set this camera up on my passenger seat. Hold on. Okay, let's tear this thing out of here. Some of the little popple clips are already missing, which makes it easier. But every once in a while, another one will come flying off. Looks like things are going pretty quick, though. Oh, I heard one fly down. How irritating. Okay, let's go ahead and see what we got here. A little bit of mouse nest. Okay, so we got lots of connectors to get rid of. Let's see if we can aim this right. We have this connector up here on top. Got a green one right here. Another green one right here. Ugh. Got the stereo connection and the stereo antenna. And what else do we got? Oh, there's one on the bottom. This one here. Alright, so that's all gone. Now, what do we have down in here? Well, this piece of plastic down in here is the duct. I think we need to get some wires out of the way first, though. Okay, so you can see here's the two ducts going down into this big chamber here, and somewhere down in the bottom of here is where the mouse nest is. So I'm just going to cut a hole in this, go in there with a vacuum cleaner and try and sweep it all out, and then I'll just put a patch over top of that hole, probably with some hot glue so that I can get it loose later if I need to. Okay, so I have got a hole saw, about 2 inches I think, and I've got it on my long extension to my drill. We're going to go ahead and bore a hole and pray to God we don't hit a heater core or anything. And let's see. Whoa, too fast. Let's slow that down to something normal. Okay. There we go. Let's see, I don't see any signs of any heater core or anything, so that's good. I think I heard it pop. There it is. Woo, look at that. There is indeed something right behind it. I do believe I'm going to need to go get a light. Okay, so I've been using my little boroscope here to try and figure out exactly where the nest was, and what I discovered was if I go slightly to the right, you can see there's part of the nest. And then if I go down to the bottom chamber, I can see there's a lot more nest and a possible dead mouse. It's kind of hard to see at this resolution. But anyway, that means I need to go down into the bottom of this. Okay, so I bored 2 more holes on the left side here. And you can see some of the mouse nest down in there. So I am going to start pulling it out. Now what did I do with my, there it is. I got one of these things. It's a long kind of grabby hand. So I'm going to start reaching in there and pulling some things out. Let's see if I can do this on camera for the first grab. The rest, however, are going to have to be done without the camera, unfortunately. Let's see, so grab this bundle, pull it out, just dump it on the floor. Let's grab the next bundle. There's one there. That's a tiny bundle. Okay, now I'm going to have to do a bunch of searching around to find the stuff that's down in there deep. Okay, so with much poking and prodding with my little grabby stick, I managed to clean out the mouse nest, and I even found a couple teeny tiny mice. There's one, and there was another one over here. So, yeah, I think the mouse epidemic is over. They look pretty much petrified. Anyway, let's see here. I can show you that the car is now operating. Somewhat. Okay, let's see if we can get a good view down in there. It's hard to say, but now my heater control is working. You can see the flap shut there. Actually, let's see if we can get a little closer on that. It's kind of hard to see here. Oh, you can see it kind of flapping. Yes, my heater control wasn't working, and that's what gave away the fact that I had a mouse nest. Now all I have to do is plug up these holes that I bored through the duct, and things should be fine. And here's my hole patching kit. I found a detergent bottle, so I scavenged the nice flat side of it, and I'm going to cut it to shape with this, and I'm just going to hot glue around it to give it a good seal. Now the next step is I got to clean the interior surfaces and then rough everything up with sandpaper. Okay, so here we go. I've soaked this piece of paper towel in some windshield washer fluid. It is now time to clean off all of these surfaces so that they can get roughed up with some sandpaper and then covered over. Okay, I'm going to continue this process without the camera. Okay, so I have my first piece kind of shaped to the hole on the back. So now it's time to sand this and that with, if I can find what I did with it, some 220, there it is, 220 grit sandpaper. So let's tear off a little piece here. And let's see now. Yeah. Just want to scuff this up so it isn't shiny on the edge. And then I want to do the same thing to the hole in the ductwork there. Okay, let's see if that is adequately scraped up. Looks adequately scraped up. Now, time to get this one. This is just to give the hot glue something to grab onto. I don't know how well it would grab shiny plastic, but I would bet not very. Okay, now, let's see, I'm going to wipe that off real quick. Just make sure there's no dust laying around. And apparently that's not dust. Okay. So now I have the hot glue gun warm. Let's see if it's actually ready to start producing some hot glue. It's caught on something. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Give it a nice double bead here. Okay, let's set this back down on its plate and stick this in. Oh my. That stuck right quick, and I believe it made a good seal even. Okay. Let's see here. Make sure the bottom of this has sealed. Okay, that feels pretty good right there. Let's get a close-up of that. There we go. Yep, my 25% patch, which is actually true because there's 3 other holes I got to patch up. Luckily those are all together, so it's just going to take one patch. Let's go ahead and get that cut. And there we have our second patch. Everything is nice and hot glued up, and I think that should work. And it was just the 2 areas that needed patched, so that made things kind of easy. Okay, so everything worked out just fine. I just gave it a test run and everything works. Air conditioner, heater, everything. So I think we're good to go. And there's my little mess of mice and plastic, so I'm pretty happy about this project.